We are at the Cryptocurrency World Expo in Poland. My guest is CMO of Debitum network.
Yeah, correct.
Correct.
So my name is Mantas. I'm Chief Marketing Officer for Debitum network.
Could you tell me something about your project?
All right. Debitum network is a platform that we kind of developed the idea for in last year, 2017. We are right now almost ready to launch. So September is going to be the grand opening of our platform, and we're going to be operating then in Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Czech Republic, Poland, and maybe UK, Germany markets.
All right, but what is about your project?
Gotcha. So Debitum Network, it's essentially a platform that connects small and medium enterprises. The whole concept of it is supposed to be a marketplace for borrowers and investors. So essentially any business should be able to log on and acquire financing required, to expand the business, to open up a new branch, to buy new technologies, whatever is required for business operations. And from the other end, investors should be able to just log on to the platform, select the assets that we want to invest, and make an investment right there and then, and the cash gets transferred pretty quickly.
Okay, please tell me how you will be verifying that your loaners are reliable enough.
All right. So first of all, we will not be providing loans to private citizens. This is only a business-to-business kind of transaction platform. So first of all, the borrowers are going to be businessmen. Now, the investor side, if it's a business, if it's a professional investor, if it's like an investment house, they already passed the KYC and AML procedures with the national government and the national bank. So for us, that makes our job for verifying KYC and AML procedures easier. However, if you're a private investor and you want to do that, we will have KYC and AML procedures requiring for you to pass, just to make sure, there's a proof of where the funds are coming from, there's no money laundering involved, and we know who our consumers and customers are.
On which stage is your ICO at the moment?
Okay, so as mentioned, we are close to launching. So we had an MVP, now we have a working platform prototype. Currently it's closed access to early investors only, so it's not publicly open. It's publicly going to be open in September. We're going to do a grand unveiling in London in September 2nd and 3rd. Now, the platform is in alpha stage, so meaning the first version of the platform is supposed to come out in September exactly. Now, some of the features are not going to be available until the platform develops, but we're looking at closed development cycles, so the second platform is coming out in December and the next one in first half of 2019.
What hard cap do you have at the moment?
Okay. So we're already past all of our ICO activities. We had them in February. There was a 1 month when we asked for investments, not investments, crowdfunding. Well, the crowdfunding was successful. We raised 20,000 Ether. 20,000 Ether essentially provided us with a runway of about 3 to 4 years of platform development. After that, we're hoping that we can hit our profitability and be a self-sustained platform.
Could you tell to our users something more about fees?
Okay, so the fee platform currently is not the one that's going to be the final version of the product, because as mentioned, currently the product is going to be in its initial version stage. So there's not anything that's locked in publicly, something that I could announce and say we're going to be taking an X amount of percentage from whoever each loan, whoever each borrower, or whoever each investor. Right now, that is going to be announced during the public launch of a platform. Currently, the platform is being tested, so we'll see how the portfolio evolves when compared with our current onboarded investors and their capital, compared to our portfolio of investments that can actually be done.
Do you have any prognosis how many users will be using your platform in next year, 2 years?
All right, understood. So it's hard to say for the count of users. Now, when talking about investments, the more kind of correct amount would be to say the available investment capital or assets, how much is there. So we're looking right now to have a portfolio between 10 to 15 million, close to that, at least from the current assets that we have, contracts or agreements with, whether they're oral or signed. From the investor side, we're looking to probably have a cap in September of around 50, maybe 60 million of investment potential capital. That will grow over when the platform gets public. Hopefully we can reach some decent numbers, meaning we probably can get somewhere close to 100, 200, maybe 300 million. But that's only for the current year today, and it will look like we'll know actually more for these numbers when we'll launch the platform itself. So right now, very early to tell because the platform isn't public. But looking at overall at the countries that we are entering, so right now, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Czech Republic, Poland, Germany, UK. So those markets are interesting and they have a lot of potential. Globally, the European Central Bank, the Global Bank says that there's about 2.7 trillion gap last year in small, medium enterprise financing. So we're looking at a massive market right there. How much we can cover, it will depend based on how attractive the platform is during the first launch. We'll know later by then, and hopefully we can provide more precise numbers somewhere late this year.
It will be easier to possess capital for companies than in traditional banks?
We hope so. So that's the whole goal of the platform. It's supposed to enable businesses to get the loan or the financing quicker. Typically, in traditional finance, the process is very long and tedious. You have to fill a bunch of applications. Then you have to wait for their decision, etc. The platform is supposed to be as transparent as possible. So whenever you fill in the application, you'll have your risk score. Your risk score will be accessible to you and everyone else in the platform. You'll be able to see whether your asset is listed on the platform and whether any of the investors are interested in it. If they're not, you can easily change your application on the platform there and then. So hopefully it creates this very easy application process where you can do it, in 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is, and then get financed in whatever time period that the investors are active. So that can happen in 30 minutes, 15 minutes, that can happen in 2 hours or even half a day. But hopefully that money transfers from one business to another business happens soon and fast. So that's not talking about, weeks or months. That's actually talking about hours or, days.
A whole ledger history will be available for everybody?
So no, we're not going to have an open ledger where anyone can see that, all right, this company A made these borrows or made these kind of, requests for a loan, and this company A made exactly these investments in these companies. So we're not going to have that kind of open ledger. We will have a ledger which companies can partner with us, and providing they have the required competencies and they will manage the data securely, can get access to that kind of information. Each business will be able to, give consent and provide consent based on the government legalities and requirements. So we're not trying to, publicize all the investments that there are. We're just trying to create, a ledger, a blockchain that allows any company to use that kind of data to provide more insights about the market, or for you as a business to provide that data to someone else that you need to.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.